Hi there, this is Tracy, and today I want to talk about your recovery process and give you some ideas on where you should be looking, what you should be learning about, and we're going to get started on that right now. Okay, so you've just figured out that someone that you've been with, you have a parent or a relative, someone you work with is a narcissist. And the question becomes, how do you get better, right? Everyone just wants to go back to the way it was before we learned this, before we figured out that we've been abused by a narcissist in any way, shape, or form. I want to encourage you to understand we don't want to go back. We want to go forward. Yesterday is yesterday. We can't do anything. We have to live in the moment of today and try not to steal tomorrow. So the clue is going to be in your recovery to follow some steps. If you're just beginning this process, I feel it is vitally important for you to learn about a narcissist, learn about their red flags, what are their behaviors, what are the tricks, what are the stages. Go through all of this homework. There's a lot of great books, there's a lot of great videos that can help you understand and interpret things that have happened to you in a different way. If you can imagine, it helps you to understand that you are not alone, and that, let's see if this opens up and does a little light better. Yeah, that you're not alone, and that everything that the narcissist did to you, others have done to other victims. Nothing about this is unusual. And when I first found out, and when I first got arrested, and when I first figured out that my ex-family were all narcissists, when I figured out my mother was a narcissist, God rest her soul, I was angry and I was pissed off. And you're going to go through those stages because you're going to feel like ripped off. You're going to feel like you were cheated, whether they physically cheated or not. You're going to figure out that you were cheated out of a relationship of normalcy. But the first step is to understand them, right? If we don't understand them, we're not going to know how to stop them in the future. Really, really important. So do your due diligence on learning about them. I've got some great books on my website, narcissistabusesupport.com, books that I have read during this journey of recovery. And I think the first step has to be to learn about them. If you are in the next stage where you have learned about them, it's like listening to the news over and over. It's still the same speech that all the news stations are blabbing about. It's still the same hurricane. And listening to that over and over doesn't help you. It just doesn't make you any better to listen to it over and over. So there's going to be a point where you have to stop learning about them, because what happens is it triggers you. It triggers you into, oh, that bastard, look what they did. Oh my gosh. It's triggering you into a place that you don't want to be. You don't want to be that victim. You need to understand that you were a victim. And those people that say that you were not a victim, bullshit. You were a victim. And until you realize that you're a victim, you don't know how to get out of it. If you sit there and blindly say, oh, I wasn't a victim, well, you're not going to heal. The clue is going to be to go on from learning about them to the next stage, which is then kind of be, why me? What made me attractive to them? There's some great books. The Human Magnet Syndrome by Ross Rosenberg. Just codependency books. Lisa Romano's got a lot of great books. Melody Beadle's got a lot of great books on codependency. Now, I'm not saying that you are a codependent. And I frankly don't really like that we get tossed into this bucket of codependency, because we might have those traits, but we might not. But learn about it. Don't dismiss it. If you can learn about it and understand it, you can help yourself identify whether or not you really are a codependent. And then take actions to how do you get better from that? How do you not have that people-pleasing part about yourself? You have to go through understanding that. Have to go and understand the Stockholm Syndrome and understand different parts that might be about you. Because in the unpeeling of the layers of this onion of confused relationships, we have accountability. And until you can see what your accountability is and stop holding the victim flag up. Ooh, I'm a victim. Look at what happened to me. Oh no. Yes, you were a victim. Yesterday. Today, you're a recovering person. Tomorrow, you'll be a survivor. So we have to learn that we're victims. We have to learn that we don't want to stay in victim. And then we have to start to heal. So, I make YouTube videos on narcissist abuse, but there's a lot more. And the thing that freaks me out is the videos that do the best are the ones that are the cheating videos and the revenge videos. And they don't help you get better. You need to understand them in the beginning. You need to go through that. You're going to go through revenge. You're going to get through the anger. But then you have to start to look inward if you want to change. This process is not easy, and it is not a short process. If you think you're going to be out there dating in 3 months, you're going to have the same patterns repeat in your life. It happened to me. I married one and then I dated one. Not a lot of break in the middle. I didn't ever look deep inside myself. And that's what I'm going to ask you to look at. Start to look at some really good videos on vulnerability. Go find Brene Brown's talk on vulnerability and shame. It's a TEDx talk. There's actually several of them. Anything Brene Brown. It's going to inspire you, and it's going to show you that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. One of my other favorite videos that really transformed my life at the very beginning of this recovery was a movie by Tracy McMillan. I'll put the links down below in the comments. It's another TEDx talk, and it's called The Person I Should Have Married. And that's about self-love. So while I always said, yeah, I've got self-love, I love myself, I didn't love myself enough to walk away from shitty behavior. That's what it's all about. Not that you like pretty nails or that you do your hair. That's not self-love. Self-love is standing up for yourself. So you're going to have to learn self-love. And you're going to have to nurture yourself. You're going to have to take care of yourself when you're sick. You're going to have to take care of yourself when things... Big truck making noise. When things are going rough. And you're going to have to forgive yourself. You're going to have to understand forgiveness. You're going to have to understand how to release the pain associated with that memory. Now, I am not saying forgive them and forget it. No way. We don't have to forget. We just have to get rid of that emotional charge. Every time we hear it, our stomach goes like this, and we go freaking out. Forgiveness is that tool. Learn that. Understand fear. Gavin DeBecker, I think is his name, has some great videos on fear. And why fear? Fear motivates us to make choices that we might not make if we knew that they were made in the fear realm. If they were the ones, the fear that said, well, I'll settle for this guy because he seems nice enough, and it's important to understand fear. It's important to understand anger. Go through these steps and take yourself out of, again, learning about them. You're not going to do yourself any favors by holding yourself there. I have people that come to my meetup groups or that I coach that have been watching YouTube videos for 5 years on narcissists. Move on. It's like watching that accident as you drive by. You want to look at it, but then you're stuck to it. You're not detaching yourself and moving up the ladder of recovery. The recovery has to turn inward to you, and trust me, you might not think you have accountability, and that shows me that you're not in a healing place. Healing people understand they had a vulnerability and that they have accountability. So let's work on this together. I'm building a course I'm so excited about with some friends, and I know that it's going to make you better. So this is Tracy Malone. Please subscribe to my channel and let's talk about this recovery plan, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.